Well, we wouldn't be Lao if we weren't fashionably late now, would we? Welcome to Live from Lao number 13, where we come and chat about all things life in Lao. But lately, it's become more of just a behind the scenes of what's going on in kind of my YouTube journey, isn't it? Like, yeah, we are catching up where I'm traveling and everything, but I feel like I end up mostly just talking about what's going on in this journey, creating YouTube videos and making YouTube about Lao here. So uh, we're here to chat. We got one person join us. Once you get here, let us know where you're tuning in from. I enjoy seeing where everybody's tuning in from. I wish there was a way so I didn't have to see myself talk. It's very strange, or at least even listen to myself. I feel like I lose track of what I want to say because I'm just listening back to everything I'm seeing, looking at myself. Uh, but let's wait for some folks to get here. And yeah, may as well have a bite of my breakfast since I just got it again, unfortunately. Welcome, everybody. You just got here in time for some sticky rice and lab. Again, sorry to be eating in front of everybody. It's kind of weird to ask them to make me food when it's so early. Morning. Welcome, everybody. Anybody want some lab kaido? Welcome to my live stream where I eat Lao food in front of you. No. I'm going to take it slow, let people arrive, say hello to each other, because even though I haven't watched back any of the live streams, I felt a little strange after each one, kind of like I end up just getting lost talking, looking at myself, feeling strange, looking at myself, hearing myself talk. So I'm going to just let the chat develop a little bit. And then, of course, I'll give you a little updates on what's going on. The chat seems to be more sometimes about just what's going on with this YouTube journey than anything else. But all right, we got 5 people here. So first of all, I don't ever really prepare much, but I wonder if there's a way for me to post and pin a comment. Actually, I just remembered. Please. I'm typing a comment here for because the last couple of live streams, I know I've mentioned before, and it's something that's strange for me to even say because I'm so grateful for your support. But I just wanted to mention right off the bat and pin the comment that if you are so generous as to donate, please do use the PayPal link. That way, all that money gets used here in Lao. Like I get to use the money to help out, make videos and buy food and just make this happen. And then the money gets to Lao people. Rather than if you donate on YouTube, then let's say you donate $50, they take 30%. So 15 of those dollars are going to YouTube instead of to here. So I'm gonna pin the comment because so many people are so nice and donate, but then like hardly any of it just feels like so much is taken by YouTube. If you are so generous to donate, please use the PayPal option. All to and %, $50. Only. Good morning, Mike. Thanks for joining us. Amazing. YouTube takes 30%. Hello, Trip Lao. Welcome. Good morning. I'm loving seeing this. I'm new, a little bit of new faces, or at least you guys got some nice profile pictures. Everybody going on here, and I not know if I'm familiar with, but welcome everybody. Let us know where you're joining from. Say good morning. I just posted this. Let's see if I can pin it. Pin. Oh, I can pin user in timeout. Delete comment. Star. I can star it. What's that mean? Is there a way to pin it? I don't know. Doesn't seem like it. But that's what I wrote. If you are so generous as to donate, please use the PayPal option so that all funds get to us here in Laos. YouTube takes 30%, so for 50, I'd receive only 35. It's clear enough, right? Thank you everybody for your generosity. And first thing I wanted to say as soon as I posted that was how grateful I am to be here. My dream a couple of months ago was that with this channel I'd be able to travel and not just be stuck in the four walls of my home by my birthday. And my birthday is this week, and I've been traveling since this last month. I have been a little bit stuck in Don Det, if you will. Like, funds, we're still building the channel, so we're just going with whatever funds we got, and I needed to stay here to save money, really. And the family was nice enough to allow me to give them like $50 for the month. They've invited me into their family. It's probably been the most comfortable spot I've been, as far as just feeling really welcomed by the family, and a part of, like, asked to join in with everything, and they talk to me just like family, and they don't nobody's ever like questioned what I'm doing, or no, there's no gossip about anybody else, things you run into other places I've lived. And it's just been so lovely. But I'm trying to figure out if I can stay, because you're on an island, and so with being on an island comes the challenges of getting things like food. And I wanted to challenge myself and come travel and live with locals and live like a local family, and it's been amazing, and they've been so generous. However, I have noticed for my personal mental health as well that uh, I have been eating very high nutrient diet for a long time. Like, I'm very good about feeding myself a lot of protein and a lot of fruit, and this is the reality. Like, they eat very low nutrient meals, and I just have been lacking the energy and not felt like myself. So I've come up with two options. With that said, because hello, LM.123, welcome. It's a little bit personal. This is background on what's going on here with doing YouTube here in Lao, and yeah. So being that I haven't had the energy, I'm just not as productive, and I need to be on the ball with everything that I need to do with, like, to make this channel grow. Producing videos I need to be on the ball because I'm using an old computer, and everything just revolves around, like, really being on the ball with it, because it takes so long for things to process, and all the processes. And I just haven't had any energy trying to eat like locals. um, so the plan, or the option, is I've thought, okay, one, either I need to talk to them and offer, a lot more money, which seems like a good option. I just offer the money and say, hey, can we figure out a way, ask them kind of like what, which is what I plan to do. I'm going to ask them what they think that would cost for me to have fruit here, to have every day, fruit to eat every day, and what would it cost to have, eggs, so that even if they're not here to cook, like I don't eat with them, like I would eat my own meal, like I would still join them, of course, but I mean, I hardly eat anything with them anyways because it's family, and you don't want to be eating all of their food and stuff. Like, so anyway, it would just be like, how much is it going to cost, like, to have to buy a couple of racks of eggs, and to keep food here so that I could actually eat and have the energy I need to do the thing, do to live, right? So that's one option, or the other option is to move to a place where you can get food like normal in Laos, which is everywhere. Everywhere else outside of an island, you're gonna have markets, and you have fruit and fresh food made at stalls that you can buy for cheap. So yeah, I'm torn between the two because I do feel like here's the other side of things. It's the rainy season, and sometimes with the rainy season, you can feel very trapped within four damp walls because it's raining so much. If the ventilation in the rooms is not great, it's just four walls. You know what I mean? Like, and these bungalows for the this is my first rainy season where I feel like I just get to enjoy the rainy season. I don't have to worry about the floors staying wet or anything like staying wet. Like the airflow is really nice, so everything stays dry after it rains. Like dries out really quick. Like, yeah, I don't feel like I'm in just this like wet, soaking wet environment all the time, which is what I felt like in previous rainy seasons. So yeah, it's really hard to want to leave to go stay in a cheap, little whatever hotel room or cheap cheap room that I can actually afford. Uh, that's gonna just be a wet mess all the time during the rainy season. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm just trying to. I'm gonna make a decision, and then I'll let you guys know because I'm gonna make a decision, and I gotta, make this decision in the next few days, and I think I'll just announce it on my birthday when we have our live stream. So I think when who else do I want to spend my birthday with than you guys who have made it possible for me to be doing this right now? Like this, being able to do this channel and have a purpose. Really feel like I have a purpose in what I'm doing here. It means the world to me. So may as well join you guys for a live stream on my birthday, and then I'll let you know. Are we staying here? Are we going up to Takag? Would probably be the place that I'd go if I did move, because it would give me access to nature like similar to here. That's the other reason why I love it here, is that I have access to everything. So uh, that's, yeah. My fear of leaving, or my desire to stay, is that it's a small community and it's just lovely. Like I'm a little bit scared that you go to another place, and I mean, you can you can always become a part of the community, but here it's just been so easy. Like you're on the island, everybody's outside, like you see each other on this. There's one road around the island, so you always are seeing each other, saying hi and getting to know each other. So it just feels very nice to be in a small community. All right, let's move on. So I'll let you guys know what I decide. I'm gonna figure it out. But yeah, that's the options. If I can figure out the food options here on Don Det, then I definitely am going to keep filming here, because I think there's so many options outside. I mean, in nature, to get out and do stuff, whether it mean go live on the island and do bushcraft, like camping on the island or go out doing Lao style fishing. Like there's so many things that I haven't done yet. Be a little bit well, one funds and which over time if I stay, then I can always do it. One's funding, and then two has just been just no energy because I need to get more food. So uh, sorry, I don't want to put that up. So that's the plan. Like if I move, it would be Take because I think I'll be right in nature. From here in Don Det, I can go to do filming on the Bolivian plateau, which would be great. Like the plan is to be down here in the south for the next 6 months. Like I want to film the south, canvas the entire south. So and then yeah, around New Year's, head back up, go up north, and then start doing the same thing up north. All right. Enough about that. Let's get back to mine on and your super sticker. You sent two, man. Come on, that's awesome. Thank you. One or two either way. Thank you so much, and appreciate. I'm glad that you enjoy the videos. I would love to be getting videos out every day, really. But we're gonna keep working, and you know, when we get there, it'll be even sweeter because we're right now we're really trying to make it grow, and the only way to do that is by producing content. So I just got to get the content out. YouTube filters suck. Now you can't even mention breaking news without the comment getting deleted. Yeah, I mean they're copywriting this video right now that I just put up this morning. This Robbed by Cambodians and Saved by Lao official video I just put up. They're copywriting it because with the owner of the Osa house, Sa, singing an Adele song, it's copyrighted. I don't know if that's even a possibility. I thought like how I don't know. I thought I knew this game, but every time you're surprised by something random, I don't know how somebody singing a cover live can be copyrighted. So I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna take that out for sure. It's just super annoying once you put the video up because then it's either you gotta re-upload the whole go out and edit it and re-upload the whole video, which with the internet here, you know, it's not also something I'd have to look into upgrading if I stayed here. But I mean, pretty much everywhere you go, like I'm not gonna. I need to figure out if I can get unlimited internet for my phone so I can always upload because it's just like Wi-Fi in places is not the best option. But yeah, they're trying to say that her singing the cover song is copyright material. Like I didn't. So I'm really confused. I'm gonna look into it and see if that's the case. I don't want to have to re-upload the whole video. It's ridiculous. And I'm not gonna re-upload the whole video. So your options are you either share the revenue with the copyrighted. And I don't know if that's just for that copyrighted portion, which is not super big deal. Like if I'm sharing the revenue with them for that, or sharing whatever for that minute, that's whatever, I guess. But yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. I thought I found my way around it. Another YouTuber told me that you don't have to cut out all these sections. Like, cause I was complaining that I was putting up copyrighted. I was not caring, and I'm just uploading everything. And then I noticed that they just completely wouldn't promote me in the algorithm or nothing if I put up any copyrighted material. My next videos were copyrighted, or not were copyrighted, but they weren't promoted for nothing. So I'm like, okay, so I can't put up these copyrighted videos anymore. It's just super detrimental to the channel, even though I want to show exactly what's really going on. And then I found out from another YouTuber that if I just cut it down to 8-second segments, and then if I make a cut every 8 seconds, and then I shorten one of them the tiniest bit, so there's even a slight gap in the music, then boom, I'm past that copyright junk, which was a nice trick because I've had several videos that have been really fun, and it's like like the one in Takag. I thought that was a super fun night, and that video just really destroyed my growth for the next couple videos, and I didn't make a cent from it. It's a bummer. But now we know. Singing a cover is a no-no. I heard a case where someone got a copyright hit for singing a line from a song while filming. You can't express my frustration if it's the truth that you be copyrighted for singing a cover. But what about all these people that are singing covers on YouTube? Are they not making money on it? That can't be the case. Or they just put the artist's information in their page? I don't know. That just seems so crazy. A cover? I mean, that's usually what people will use. You go and find a cover on YouTube and download it, and then people will use it for their music on their videos. So, but it doesn't always work, you know. I've downloaded them, their covers, and then still copyrighted them. So I guess that's the truth. It's alive. It's so crazy. Well, I was about to splice it, just like I said, like 8-second intervals, so it didn't get copyrighted. But I was like, no, this is just live music at the bar. Like, there's nothing here, and I don't want to chop up the performance. Like, yeah, she's a great singer, even better entertainer. She gets everybody involved, and damn you, YouTube. All right, well. Now we learned another lesson here. Yeah, there's still so much I want to do here. It's like, wow, I feel like maybe at least my friend's supposed to come August 8th. He was gonna come live here, but we're just like looking at the food situation, and it's looking a little bleak. With we couldn't really find a kitchen for us, you know, on the island. So I just love it here, and it's really feels like a place though. Like you need a little. You obviously, if I had a regular income and even just a regular, like, you know, what would you say regular, like a $1,500, $2,000 income, like a very low income in the States, but yeah, a regular income, then I could afford to put money into this place. But we are on a very, very tight YouTube salary right now, so it feels like a place you need to put money into, which if I was to stay for the next 6 months, it makes sense. You know, like you put down some roots and you plant fruit trees and you prepare this place for actually like living. And I could always see myself coming back. It's paradise. It really is, especially during the rainy season. Like it's so nice to just enjoy the rain and be dry. It's very difficult, at least I found in the last rainy season, it was so difficult to stay dry. It's always wet everywhere. Yeah, let's see. What's up, bro? Boska. Where are you? Lotongtang. Where are you tuning in from, man? Where are you watching from? Very, very cool. Well, I'm glad. First time I joined you live stream from Fresh Start. Keep up the good videos. Good job, videos. Hey, man. I always hesitate to be like, welcome to the new people, because I'm like, what if they came before and I just didn't notice? But I thought you were new. Thank you so much for joining. It's awesome to have you here. This stream, if you have any questions, that's what it's for. About living in Lao, life in Lao. I'm hoping as we grow the stream, it'll just be like a constant flow of people just answer questions, and everybody in the community here in the chat can help answer, and hopefully we can have people join me live here too, you know, if people would like. Yeah, just chat. But sometimes I end up just talking about what's going on in my journey, which it's all right, I guess. As long as everybody's interested in knowing what's going on. Perhaps you can add a standard fair use statement at the beginning of each of your videos. I can, which I mean, it prevents you from a copyright strike, but they're not striking me. That's what happens with some of the ones that are copyright strikes, they really do affect the channel. I'm just praying that this one is not a strike. It's not like, oh, it's copyrighted. You're not gonna monetize it. This is you're monetized. Like you can make money off the video, but because you use the melody of this song, you're going to have to share the revenue for that. I think it's just that part of the use, the 1 minute. So isn't at the end of the day is it a big deal? As long as they don't uh, not promote my video, as long as it doesn't affect that part of my channel, then great. That's the only thing I care about. The money, okay, whatever. I just want to show the real Lao. Like I would have kept on posting videos without editing them, with everything raw in there, if it didn't destroy the channel. So it wasn't about the money at all. Sent you Namjai Leknoi to PayPal. Dude, ขอบใจหลายๆเด้อ ขอบใจดี จากใจ Thank you so much, man. Thank you, or please be man. Sometimes people are like, I'm a woman. You're like, my bad. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's so helpful. I think I got a little Outlook a little email notification. Nice to see you as well, man. Nice to see you. Yeah, let's get more people in this chat. I'm not, I would love for this chat, and that's why I also want to look into if I can't get like unlimited data plan for my phone, because I'm gonna be in Laos, so most people do like just a top up. So when you do long term stuff here, like a year, or you pay in advance in any way, they give you a crazy deal. Like the gyms will usually be insane deal. It won't even make sense if you pay for like the year in advance. So most people will pay maybe a month or 2 or 3. So I'm hoping I can get something really killer and get unlimited data, or just an insane amount of data, so I can always upload, and so I can live stream and just take my phone and we can just go wherever. I feel much more comfortable chatting when I'm walking. That's why filming the videos, I'm almost always moving. I sit in here, yeah. I feel like it just ends up on a million tangents, and it's just so it's all over the place. So much more on the sharp when I'm moving. You are very welcome. Keep up the good work. Hey, man, I am so happy you enjoyed them. We're gonna keep improving. I feel like each video is just a little bit more experience, and I get a little bit better. At the end of the day, though, it's always gonna be very raw and real. I like that style. I think it's the best way to capture real life is just have a GoPro or an iPhone. So I never want to make it a massive production with big old cameras, and it just seems invasive. I want to capture maybe one of the DJI tiny DJI one that's even smaller than the GoPro or phone. That's pretty amazing. But yeah, just to keep it super authentic and not to be invasive of people's lives, and that's the plan. Got a boat coming. Where'd he go? I always show the boat because it's so loud. Maybe we'll look at the boat. Probably can't hear me. Oh, we got a kitty. Everybody's like, he was comfy, but this guy will just be shouting down the door to get some attention, so I don't feel bad disturbing him. And he's always coming to me to protect him from this other annoying tomcat that comes around and beats him up. Same thing I do on my Facebook Reels, sometimes adding some music on my videos. few hours later, no copyright. I had to delete out some video. I got over 1,000 likes and I thought myself disappointed. Yeah, I haven't deleted anything, even though like I keep looking at those videos that are got that big red copyright on it, and I'm like, I think I don't know. I have a feeling those are gonna be deleted because I don't know if they're still affecting the channel. Like that New Year video might have. Some of them are some of my biggest, most viewed videos. Like the one from New Year. I mean, if I take them down, that means I put them up on Patreon. But what's the point? In a way, it's like it's already passed and gone, and I'm kind of just that. I I know a lot of it's good to keep all your footage and just like try to use what you got, and then you never know when you're gonna use stuff. But sometimes I just got that feeling like this is life. Like just move on, next thing, and you know, investigate an eSIM for internet access. I'm sure that there are some tech savvy folks who can put me in the right way. Yeah, some people recommend eSIMs. Yeah, I've seen that, and it would be good for like long, like in the future if you ever travel too. I mean, eventually you just gotta invest in what, uh, what's it called, Starlink. So I'm pretty sure that I was hearing that that's not gonna be too. It's not too far away. Where it's just like, I'm sure it'll be insanely expensive, but you know, a laptop size, basically a laptop size router, isn't it? A like laptop size piece of equipment that will be able to connect to the Starlink, the internet, anywhere in the world and stream 4K videos is what I heard. But we'll see. That'd be amazing. Have, like literally throw that in your backpack as a traveler and just. I mean, I've never done Twitch or streaming. I know there's a lot of people that do that. I haven't looked into it. I've heard it's pretty lucrative. It's quite lucrative, but I've always been on the more of the YouTube and podcast train. I, I didn't ever I never got into too curious about the streaming, but it would be a game changer if you ever wanted to stream, you know, or just do YouTube remotely in any capacity, actually. Because right now, like sometimes I just want to be out there in the middle of nowhere in the jungles and exploring, and but then you know that you're not gonna have any internet access for the time that you're gone, so you gotta really plan something like that out. You lao muôn bò, muôn lái, muônขนาด every day, muônทุกมื้อแหละ. Anybody curious about life in Lao or stuff going on in the videos? Send me a message. The digital nomad visa. Put your questions in the chat while I stuff my face. I just get in the habit of doing any scenes with music in the background. It's not worth getting a copyright strike. There are sites with free, non-copyrighted music available for creators. But that's defeating the whole purpose, my man. That's defeating the whole purpose. The purpose is to show real life in Lao. If I'm taking that out, then you don't get the real life. And music is important to me. Like, no, I'd rather chop up the scene and still get the mood, the vibe, like the experience, even if it was chopped up a bit. No, well, that's not. And music is important to me. It's part of the culture. It's part of it. Whether it's just a background or not, like that's even the point. Like just in my video the other day, like I was like, are they gonna catch this, you know, music in the background as we're walking through the field, and you can hear people playing from their hut, like their huts and everything, playing the local music. That's important to me. What's good, Barry? How's your day so far? You know, another day with some love is a good day. My day is going great. How about you, my man? How is your weekend treating you? คอยติดตามเจ้าเราเด้อขอบใจหลายๆเด้อขอบใจ Thank you so much. Appreciate that, man. Every follow, every time people watch, the follows, they're good. The views, they're good. But the watch time is what's important. And so I still got a long ways to go. I know that people's attention span is not great these days. I mean, it's just even myself, even if you're really interested in something, you'll find yourself between 7 to 15 minutes in, you skip to another video. So I don't blame people, but yeah, I guess you just gotta keep on improving your quality, keep people watching, and then also find those people that are truly really interested in Lao, which I was. So I always watched most of the videos when I would watch stuff about Lao. But yeah, I get it. We just need. I just appreciate it. You following, a like, comment. The fact that you guys are here. I mean, you're definitely very interested in Lao. So I don't know which one. Ta. Thank you so much. Oh, you're amazing. Thank you so much. Achan Bosca. I don't know. Like how รู้จักอาจารย์บอกข่อยยังบ่รู้เลยแม่นไผน้อshould I know this person? Well, now I do. Copyright does suck. You keep the footage and do a voice overlay, but that defeats the purpose on organic. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's. I'm glad that you understand what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I thought about the voice overlay. I thought about changing the music. I'm like, this is not real. I mean, I get it why other creators do it, but that's why I always watched other creators doing stuff in Asia, places that I all over the world, but places that I really love and I really would like people to understand a lot better. But then it's just all this like chopped up footage of like all the good shots and their own music, and you're like, this isn't, and yeah, and they don't know what's going on at all because they don't speak the language. So yeah, I want organic and show people real life, and they're making it harder and harder to do that. สบายดีเอื้อยแก้วเอื้อยนกแก้ว is that your new name, เอื้อยนกแก้ว? แม่นเพิ่นเป็นพระอาจารย์อยู่ปากซาน Oh, I didn't even know. How cool. How very interesting. เก่งหลาย ผู้ใด ในนี่คนเก่งหลายแต่บ่แม่นข้อย Oh, I'm enjoying this. We're getting like more loud. Like I would love. Yeah, we're gonna see this as it grows. I need to be more consistent on a like weekly basis, and I keep saying that I'm gonna do that for you guys. And yeah, I really struggled this last couple of weeks, just mental health, and I realized that okay, you know what? I figured myself out as far as like what makes me function the best, and then you're gonna go directly against that and try to have the best results. Like it's not doesn't work. So I need to feel myself and exercise hard, and can't just be like so. โดยอาจารย์นั้นทำหน้าที่คอยเป็นปากษานเป็นเป็นอย่างเป็นอาจารย์อยู่ปากษาน Penpat. Oh, Penpat. Sometimes I can't read the English, guys. If you can type in Lao, even better. Like this is pretty easy, but man, you see the stuff on the on Facebook and online, like especially with the younger kids. Like I don't know what the heck they're even writing. I don't know. I can't read any of it. Don't know Popkan Tunen. See, that was so easy to read. So much easier. That's cool. I didn't know. This is cool. We have a monk to join us because I have so many questions. I've always wanted to sit down and chat with a monk here, and I've always been a bit nervous being, I don't know, I think maybe a little bit just out of respect, not if I want to, if I'm asking the right questions or not. Because I'm so curious, as I used to be part of like, very serious religion. Uh, it's just very interesting. I'd like to talk. I'd like to interview Nat Nomad too, just because he left the monkhood, which is kind of like similar to myself, and then I left very practicing very serious religion. But yeah, very interesting. Just want to be respectful and make sure I ask things and don't overstep your bounds. You know what I mean? God bless Donald. I don't know who this is, Bobby Crush, but that cracks me up. Maybe I don't know if I even am reading into this right, but it seems like a funny joke to me. So I don't know any other Donalds. All right. Are you a regular, Bobby Crush? No. For some reason, I'm like, this would be hilarious if somebody was just like roaming through YouTube lives and just randomly popped in and was like, God bless Donald Trump. All right. If you come to Take, we can go visit Ajahn Bosca. Ooh, that would be awesome. That would be super awesome. That would be so interesting. I want to understand just everything about, all the different practices and how to do things properly, because I have that video of me going to the temple, and like I've been around Lao culture and everything for so long, but obviously being that I was part of a very strict religion, yeah, didn't ask those questions, and as at that time I was scared, like, am I allowed to ask questions? Am I allowed to learn? Like, what's too far? What's the rules? Like it was crazy. I didn't learn a lot about what was going on with. It's crazy that I gained the level I did in these language in Thai and Lao without even diving into the Buddhism side of things, because yeah. So this would be super interesting. I've always been so curious. พูดภาษาลาวภาษาไทยก็ได้เก่งมาก Oh, you just wrote in Thai, but I read it. พูดภาษาลาวภาษาไทยก็ได้ Sometimes my Thai is getting bad because I'm just getting so used to speaking Lao, but I'm not worried about it. For a while there, I was like, oh, this is so embarrassing, and I'm like, how is it embarrassing? I know what level I have in Thai, like the level of native fluency that I achieved in Thai. It's just all it would take is to be there for maybe a month or two and then come back, and so would the accent. But right now, speaking like everything is Lao. But I appreciate the compliment. Thank you, man. He's so lucky to be alive. Okay. Well, now we have even something really interesting to go do. Usually you're just like, I like to do my garden and just chill. This will be super fascinating trip to make. There's so much to for me to do up in Takang. I can't wait to get up there. It's so hard to decide. I'm like, do I leave paradise here and all the opportunities they have here and go to Takang and live in a little hole in the wall, which that's just kind of what it is right now, guys. I'm not trying to complain. This is the levels you gotta grow levels in life. So it is what it is. But then be able to explore everything out there and have everything available to me. It's tough on an island with trying to get stuff done. You know what I mean? Anyway, I want to know why he's lucky to be alive. So now I'm very curious. He's talking about our ex-president dude just got shot at his rally. Did he really? What? Uh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh. But this whole thing. I mean, the first time I ever tuned into the debates was the last ones with Trump and Hillary Clinton, and it was like an event every week or whenever the debates were. Like, seemed like weekly we were getting together to get our popcorn and our drinks out and just watch the show. It's just crazy. Reality TV. There was an assassination attempt on Trump today in Pennsylvania. That is nuts. I can't believe it didn't come sooner. No, for real though. Like, I thought there would for sure be an assassination attempt on Barack. I mean, the crazy people and this racist people. I thought there would be on Trump, but the way that, and then after that with Trump, the way that he get people so riled up and angry. You never seen anybody. It's like almost like when you tease your little brother when you're a kid. You never seen some people get so riled up. You're like, wow, you really let this guy get under your skin. Now it's finally happened. Sabaidi, as they say here in the South. Sabaidi. They say a lot of things different here too. It's been one of the challenges as well living here has been that I felt like my Lao hasn't progressed as much. I've been stifled by the very, very different accent. Like, I don't think this is even standard Southern Lao because I watched, standard Southern Lao. I watched some videos on that, and I mean, it might be, but it seems like it's even more of a niche dialect to the islands here because it's sometimes very challenging to understand, and it really was annoying to myself when I'm, one of those moments where you're like, how is it taking this long to realize this? And they kept saying isang, isang, and first I thought they're, because sung is so close to a lot of words. You're like, oh, are they saying like pentasang? Like, are they saying like that's annoying all the time? Or are they saying like sung as in like forget about it, like sung wow, like, or there's a couple different words I thought it could have been, and then finally I realized it was that they're using for Ian. It's the word what? They're saying isang. I'm like, oh my gosh, I hadn't heard that or seen that since I looked at loads of different dialects, the Thai dialects, and I didn't realize that was a possibility down here. I remember seeing isang from like more northern dialects that I looked into. So yeah, it took that long to realize they're saying inyang, isang, isang, that isang. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I still don't understand it right. I think I got it. Welcome to an inch from death. Wow. Failed attempt. He could have been so many people's hero. You guys can tell that I don't take any of this stuff seriously. It's such I don't know, reality TV. It's too bad that's the state of the world at this point. Hello, Joseph. Lao and Thai are similar. If you speak Lao, you can speak Thai and vice versa. Oh, yes and no. Because if you're somebody, yeah, I mean, yes and no. Maybe the yes for people, maybe in back home if you're around like a mixed crowd all the time, but not out here. Like especially not if you're somebody that's trying to learn Lao or Thai. Like I didn't understand a word a lot of times. Even when I got really good at Thai, like I didn't understand a word of Lao. It took time. It's different, man. Same time, yes, they are similar. They're very similar, but yeah, a lot of these dialects, man. Even if you speak one or the other, doesn't mean you're gonna understand. Just like, people might be like, "Well, your Lao's not that good. That's why you don't understand." It's like, well, how can I go from like understanding 90 something percent or 80 something, whatever, up there close to 90 and being able to communicate fine and being done with everybody and mostly not have much of a problem in Lao, and to come here and be like sometimes 0% understanding what they're talking about. Other times I know exactly what they're saying. So it's just like dialects can be very different. I mentioned news at the beginning of the live stream, but my YouTube deleted my comment. Ah, that's what you were talking about. Ah, in Sona que you say Isan. Isan. Interesting. Yeah, I knew that was like prevalent in several dialects, but I hadn't really heard it in use. I'd only seen it in stuff that I looked up. Like I swear it was when I was looking up stuff like from northern, uh, you know, northern Thai, which or Shun or something. But I don't know. I've looked into all these a little bit because it's super interesting. Man, Isan, Isan. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Like for a month in, I'm like, I just barely got the fact that they're saying this word instead of yin. Like sitting there in so many conversations, being like, wait, what? Isan, Isan. All right, so can somebody write the word for annoying then? That I'd like to see the difference because I'm always wondering how exactly like one thing that's very challenging with Lao and which I'd love to be a part of is helping to see some sort of app or yeah, it needs to be an app, an online dictionary. Quality. There's nothing. Like I try to look up words and you can't find anything. You try to look them up online and like that's usually the best option. You just look it up online and see if I can't like put things together by article, like putting together in different articles, context clues, like trying to figure out the meaning by finding stuff online because the dictionaries are so trash that out there. It's like the simplest words that just don't even nothing. Hey, little buddy. One of his supporters was killed. Oh, that's too bad. You hate to see people killing each other. What? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. If everybody could just allow each person to have their own opinions and live and just let people live. Jeez Louise. Life is a much easier, I find, when you just don't stick your nose into other people's business. You don't have to be pushing on to other people your opinions, but whatever. Oh, Isan, mostly used by older generation in my village. Yeah, exactly. Thai TV uses subtitles and interview people from Isan. Like people don't understand every dialect. Like I almost feel like, yeah, um, I, yeah, definitely. There's people that like they've been around a lot of dialects, so they can understand a lot of. They really are multilingual with just a bunch of different dialects of languages, you know. But then there's people that have only been around the one dialect that, like here, where I really struggle to understand even my Wingchun dialect. Like in my last video, you heard Sa at the shop be like, she recognized my Wingchun dialect. It's so like, wow, you speak so clear like Wingchun people. And John was like, you recognize the difference? She's like, oh, of course. It's like somebody like her and some of the people around there, like some people, like I don't know if like she speaks English really well. I don't know if like she also consumes what kind of things she consumes. But for some reason, some people they don't have a problem because they're familiar with the Vientiane dialect. But others that have just really been around this dialect here, dude, I'll say the simplest things, and they'll be like, eh, and you're like, and it's sometimes it's a struggle because you're just like you try not to take it to heart, but you're like, damn, they don't understand me. You're like, yeah, it's not me speaking unclearly. It's just there's a language barrier. Like really, like just the other day, I'm going down the street and it's like I'm talking to the owner here, and I'm like, "Hetnyan you, clear as day. Hetnyan you, what are you doing?" And I was like, like I didn't get it. I said it several times. Hetnyan you, the accents, the dialect's so different. And yeah, I can't read or write Lao, but I can understand every word. That's good. That means if you ever did want to read and write Lao, you could pick it up very quickly, which I'd highly recommend. I mean, you definitely want to be literate if you come over to Lao. It's a huge advantage. I mean, obviously, if you're in the States and just spoke English and couldn't read or write, you'd be at a big disadvantage. So, yeah, definitely, it's worth it. Generally, more complex ideas, concepts, and constructs are derived from Sanskrit or Bali and are very similar. Articles, pronouns, and everyday nouns are usually different. Yeah, yeah. I mean, they all have the same base, so they're gonna have their similarities. I'm lucky when I left I was in fifth grade and now I'm still able to read and write. I've wondered that too. Like with you, like Cal, and with Beverly, I'm like, how come you guys can read and write? I know you left when you were quite young, and there's a lot of people that left when they were quite young that they can't read and write. So it's like kind of depends on the kid. Think of it's kind of crazy to think about. I mean, did you ever use it when you were back in the States? It's really crazy to see how our brain works. That like you didn't ever use it in the States, and then you can still remember it when you're much older when you came back. Is that the case? That's crazy. Because I mean, there's lots of people that are following different YouTube channels. You see that here in Loud that you notice that they went over and 7, 8, 9, 10, even they don't read or write anymore, which is interesting that you may be able to retain it. I hope, not hope, but as part of my channel, obviously language is a huge component, and as such, I've always been looking into and trying to figure out, make context, not make context, make contacts, because as the channel grows, I'd love to have language part of it be a much bigger part as far as like promote. I want to encourage people that are interested to learn Lao, especially to connect those that have their heritage, their roots are here in Lao. Um, there's a English Lao school that I've been looking at. I really like them, but you know, when you try to collab with people, it can be hard because everybody's kind of on their own journey, doing their own thing, and it's like I don't want to be a teacher in a classroom ever again. Really, not preferably. I've done that portion of my life, I feel like, but I love to. be able to support and promote and partner with a with a school. Maybe in a role where I make videos or something like that. That's kind of where I see it, like making videos, but not doing classroom learning again. Yeah, buddy. He came to say hello. So many cats. So many cats. We eat a lot of fish, and that's just how it is in Laos, isn't it? It seems like wherever you live, if you have any heart, then you probably are giving your scraps of your food to whatever animals come around, and then some of them decide that they're yours, and you kind of decide that they're yours because you can only take so many, and they do help around the house, like they keep other animals away and keep the bugs and lizards, and yeah, they eat all that stuff. So they they're very helpful. Oh, I definitely will start learning. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I love hearing when people reconnect with Lao and their roots and stuff, and those type of comments in my videos really are mean the world to me. So, and I see people and with other teachers learning Lao, and just the idea of, like, it's such a beautiful heritage. So to help people connect with that, yeah, I really really want to be able to partner with somebody. We'll see. I message you can only try. I just don't want to be, the one to try to build the whole thing out. You know what I mean? Where, like, let somebody else run the details of, like, the online academy or whatever it is, preferably an online academy, and then I just make videos and promote people to go study with them, make Lao learning videos and stuff like that. Partner, maybe help with some of their whatever if they have something. Just because, if I can learn Lao as a foreigner, shoot, anybody can learn Lao, especially those that have been around it their whole life. Still can read Lao and sign. That's freaking awesome. That's awesome. I really like to hear that. I feel like it's a bit tragic when people can't read or read. I mean, as far as, like, especially more so our Isan brothers and sisters that lost lost their native language due to the French making the border, and then yeah, Thailand doing what Thailand should have done, like create nationalism by saying, "Oh, you're Thai Isan," and not promoting the language. But yeah, our Isan brothers and sisters lost their language. Just want to promote everybody to learn Lao, the Lao speakers to learn Lao. You know? First generation, the first generation kept using the written language. The second generation was learning English at school, speaking Lao with their parents. Yeah, I was back home living, in college. I was around the Thai Lao community, like all my close friends. That's where I really got fluent in the language because all my close friends were in the Thai Lao community, and my closest friends were all students that were learning English or finished the English program and going to regular university onto their regular bachelor degree. And yeah, I grew up. I mean, I really grew a lot in that time, my fluency to native level, uh, and just saw a lot of children that were not. They were all around it all the time, but couldn't even speak at that point. But sometimes the parents, yeah, it's tough. Sometimes you're in the U.S. and parents just speak English. You have to really make a huge effort to speak well all the time. It's not easy. So I just want to encourage people though. Like, it's a beautiful heritage, a beautiful culture, and the language is such a big part of it. And if you want to have great banter with people and laugh all the time, then definitely need to learn that. What's up, Sammy? I have noticed handwritten Lao is easier to read than handwritten Thai. I also find handwritten Lao easier to read, but I can't really judge it based off of the fact that like I've been reading Thai for so long. You know what I mean? Where it's like if I've already had this many years of Thai, then it's gonna help me tremendously with reading handwriting of Lao too. But I do find the Lao to be easier just because of the general like more roundness of the shape, so it tends to be a little bit easier when they write fast, less squiggles than Thai. Hopefully in the future I can move to Lao and enjoy it while it's still Lao. It's sad to me. Lao is so much still with neighboring countries. Yeah, it's really sad. I hesitate to speak too much on the government because I'm not big enough yet. I don't think, but I don't even really want to have any chance of that being a factor in them saying we don't want to renew your passport or whatever, your visa or whatever. That's just sad. I saw a really good video the other day with a guy that was standing up for the country and like, why is it that if somebody steals on the streets, like you're going to arrest them, but somebody in the government steals from our people, then it's like nobody knows anything. It's like I feel like we have a responsibility to our people, to the people. He was giving a speech at the council meeting or something, and it's just like, who is this guy? We need more leaders like this. Well, Allah could be just so incredible and provide so much for their citizens, but people are greedy and just take all the money for themselves. Like it's such a country rich in resources and everything. Like, but it's just like the Chinese take it all for a few to get rich. Anyways, I better stop talking. Yeah, it's a beautiful place. I think that I shouldn't even say that. I do truly do believe though that the younger generation is just they're getting too smart. Like you can't keep on doing the things that you're doing with the level of education that's is available. Like the younger generation are so fluent in English and so in much more aware of what's going on in the Western world, like in the rest of the world. Like, unless you're keeping like the same families in power, then I just think the general population is gonna just get. That's the whole point of education, isn't it? Everybody's educated. They're not gonna. You hope that we don't end up like the U.S. where people still don't do anything about it. You hope, but I mean, I guess it's easier to not do anything, just watch things unfold. I don't know. But yeah, the younger generation is getting a great education, and so I see a lot better opportunities to have people with good qualities running the country in the future. Yep. All right, guys. We got an hour in. We got 18 people here. I thank you guys for joining another live stream. We're gonna do another one on July 19th, and I'll let you know for sure what I'm doing, whether I'm staying here in Don Det or if I'm going to Takeg. And yeah, I'm gonna keep on making some videos. Oh, I try my best to block out the noise and just enjoy life while we're still here. Yeah, it does kind of feel like that. This, yeah. Well, guys, I got some food here that's kind of cold by now, and I don't have not any. I don't think I have any other updates, and we're gonna get after it in the next couple days. Figure out what's the best, what I can find, whether I can find the right place for me in Take. Because I mean, honestly, if I could find something, you can't. I mean, it just feels like you can't have the best of all worlds. Not when you're broke. I have something very special here, and like with my accommodation on that side, with it being nice and dry and cool, and a hammock and like all that, where it just it's nice. So I'd have to trade that out for all the food options in Takeg, but we'll see. We'll see. See if we can't figure it out. What's the best? Either way, I'm gonna be going up. No, traveling through the south. So I just need to have somewhere that's a home base should be convenient, shouldn't it? Right? Like so. I want to get some food. Thank you guys for joining this live stream, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you guys soon.